How's it going? I don't know if you guys are going to hear me in here. We'll see. Got a little bit more done, so I'm kind of excited to show off what we're at. Kind of getting close to seeing the final product here. So I'll kind of wait a little bit here before I start going into specifics about what we did. I just wanted to get going here and let everyone join in. Got a lot of stuff going. Oh, 22s. How you doing, Patrick? How you doing? Ooh, some garbage I need to throw away. Hey, Cooper, can you hear that? I didn't know how loud it was going to be. Oh, wow. Sorry, I'm dumping. I left over like paint sealant. Leftover paint sealant here. I had to dump out. I got to throw that away. Ugh. Okay, so sorry, my phone keeps spinning on me. I don't mean to. I'll quit moving around so much, but yeah, let me spin this around here for you guys. So we got this going. Got the office up. I actually checked the computers are up and going. There's actually 2 mini PCs. So this would be like just like the normal desktop PC, and then this is a Foreman. Server, so I'll probably end up moving that up to this top shelf here. But you know, I'll have ASICs here. I think we're going to build like a little platform so it's more directly exhausting. But that's the idea. Be able to have 2 ASICs there testing. Little workbench area. Here's our to-do list. My partner wrote up a lot of little stuff to do. Seal stuff, go back over stuff, clean stuff, that kind of thing. But yeah, I got this up and going, so this is working fine. I had to order an adapter for the HDMI to device or a display port, so I had to order that. So that's coming. But yeah, nice, simple. Find a chair. But yeah, I mean it's good. So that's the exhaust. Looks pretty clean, and we have our intake installed. So you can feel the air if I close the door here. I mean, you can feel that air coming through. The fan changes a little bit, obviously, but yeah, I mean it's what we a little bit's better than nothing. And open these doors up, you can really feel the air and you can hear the fan change. So yeah, it's pretty cool. We got a couple more spots there. That's an old panel. It has different writing on it and stuff. Kind of funny. But yeah, got the internet hooked up. So the internet, we actually ended up being able to use hardline. So we didn't have to go with Starlink. So that's great. That worked out perfect. And we actually, so on this building here, so you can see the wire up there where we connected in. The wire runs like 300 feet to where we connected it in. So yeah, but yeah, it's got that looking perfect. Be just great little office area. So got all the switches in. So we obviously got the router in. Got a little 8-port switch in here. Yeah, you know, this shed at home, yes. This is the office, technically. So yeah, got our router. I gotta still set up a couple things. I got a little 8-port switch in here so I can plug different stuff in. So that's what that is. And then here's the 16-port switch that we're gonna hook up. So the idea with the internet comes from here, runs over into the shed, and it goes to this switch. Runs over into the container and goes to this switch that then feeds the 13 different switches for each PDU. So this is a little bit more, you know, I guess a little more robust, nothing too special. But yeah, so we'll have one in, and we'll have 13 outs going to the different switches in there. So we'll mount that just as it gets in the container, right in there, and then we'll run wire from there to each individual switch that's in front of each PDU. So here we back. So yeah, there's all the switches. We're still working on a way to mount it. We have an idea, but we can't mount it till we get the PDUs up. And the PDUs are gonna get finished tomorrow. So, okay, so we got a little bit of a mess, so ignore the mess. I got a lot of the wires up. We got one of the walls up. So I know everyone's been talking about, you know, put something up over here. So we got this wall up. So that's like perfect. So then it keeps the rain out. Doesn't really affect our airflow. We'll have to do something with that little crack there, but that's an easy fix. Probably just put some tin over it, and yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it matches the container pretty well. Looks pretty good. A little windy today, so I gotta make sure the door gets closed. But yeah, so I was doing some foaming up the back, at the very top of this, at the very top of that, at the ceiling level. There's a little gap there, so I was foaming that up so then I can trim it up. But yeah, look at the Ethernet wiring. So I got, what I got? 7 PDUs? 7 PDUs done. We only have 9 PDUs hooked up, so they're gonna finish the other 4. So, I mean, yeah, it looks pretty clean. It's rainbows, like someone mentioned before. It's gonna look really clean though once we get the switches mounted up here, so then the wires aren't hanging. We can clean them up there and have the excess up there and cleaned up. And then, you know, these are all, you know, the perfect length for every spot on the shelf. So then there won't be any excess down below. It worked out perfect. Pain in the ass though. You know, it's tough because certain lengths, the colors are representative of the lengths. Then I had to add a label each one of them for where it goes on the shelf, both ends, so we can find the wires. So that's a little bit of a pain, but I mean it looks clean. I mean it works. It's gonna be perfect. So it'll be a little bit of a rainbow color in here. I would love to have it all just be yellow. Yellow on the black PDUs would be perfect, but beggars can't be choosers. So, but yeah, that's what we got. So this is, you know, a lot of little stuff. I know I'm gonna try to work on, see if I can look in here. So behind here we got the foam wall and it ends. So there's only gonna be PDUs on this side. There's nothing gonna be on this side. So we gotta block this wall here. So I'm gonna try to get a wall in here. But I gotta angle it. Let me see if I can just stick it through. So if I go straight, I go about where that line is. Okay. But I have to go over there, so I have to go over like a foot. So I got to angle it from the end of this to the end of that metal. So the air will actually go at an angle instead of just directly into the wall. So it's probably not a huge deal, but let's try to do it right the first time. So I don't have to do it again. So I'm going to close off that wall. We're going to leave this wall open. Probably just have some boards there just for temp, because we need to be able to get in and out of the back. So that'll be something we can you know, worry about later. But we need to be able to get in and out and, you know, retape stuff or cut holes for ASICs or just do stuff back there. So we have to be able to get in and out. So yeah, what do you guys think? I mean, it's coming along quite well. I mean, you know, not too much here we'd be able to turn on, but we're still waiting to try to knock out as much of that list as we possibly can before the 8th, because it's just a bunch of little stuff. Just tidy this up, tidy that up. So yeah, what do you guys think? How are you guys doing today? Automatic Beats, Patrick. I know we got a little rainstorm coming later today. It's actually just starting to get a little sunny out. I know we're supposed to have some storms coming up here this afternoon. We got plenty of rain here, so I'm not looking forward to it. I don't want any more rain. We got plenty. Otherwise, at some point here, we'll be able to actually have a live and just actually turn on some ASICs. I want to get the ASICs. I'll probably turn them on, but I won't have the internet set up yet, because we still got to run the switches, mount that other switch here somewhere. because there'll be wires going here, so we have to somehow mount the switch up there somewhere. Shouldn't be too hard. But yeah, probably thinking mount the switch and then yeah, I'm just thinking here, just mount it to that, or probably stick it on one of these. Actually, we got extra I forgot what they call this, but just aluminum bar, run the aluminum bar there and then stick it on there. So the rest of this looks pretty good. Partners did pretty good with that wire, looking pretty solid. So yeah, I guess I'm surprised I only have 4 people here. Anything going on with anybody? You know, getting quite a bit of stuff going here is always a plus. It's a mess over there, making some noise. We got filters in. I forgot to mention that. So over here, we got the filters in, and it's about what I thought it was, but it wasn't quite what my partner was hoping it'd be. So I mean, it's, you know, it's fairly thin. Then you got this metal mesh in the back, which gives it a little bit of rigidity. And I don't mind it, but he has a point where it's going to be a pain to replace because it's 2.5 feet tall. So when you put a strip here, it's 2.5 feet. Well, we have to use 4 strips to do the whole thing, and that's just a lot of work to do. You know, one strip and then attach it down, then another strip and attach it down. I think I don't think it's as big of a deal as he thinks it is, but his other way would be easier. So it'd be easier, and then it's this way is cheaper, but it's a lot more work. So we might be hating ourselves in the. So we got more filter order to where we're gonna try his route, where it's only 2 applications. You only have two strips, bottom half and top half, and then he's gonna put like a channel in the middle, and then one at the bottom and the top, so the filters kind of just fit right in the channel. So that's how we're gonna change that up. So thankfully that the filter wasn't expensive, it was cheaper stuff that we found. So yeah, what's everyone else up to? I'm kind of showing off what we did here. All the new stuff, all the wires, that's all new this week, putting all the Ethernet in. Finishing up PDUs. I know we had a couple PDUs in last week, but we didn't have 9. Like I said, they're coming back tomorrow to finish the PDUs. Bunch of little work got done on that. Shit, I got that done on that office though. Office is pretty much ready to go. So that's pretty cool. Gotta get a broom to clean some stuff up, but yeah. Flip around here. Anything else going on, guys? I'm sweating. It's humid out. It's a little hot, 80, 85, but it's humid because these storms are be rolling in. Ugh. So what's everyone got? I don't know if anyone's typing. I can't see anything. A couple more people just joined. I'll probably have to go. I'll run through everything again here in a little bit, but just waiting for people to join here and then ask some questions. Yeah, Ethernet's good. Office is up and running. Internet at least to the office. So that's good. I got to do a little messing around on the router, but nothing too special. Got the wall in behind me. So we got that wall in. People are wondering about, so. We're all typing. Uh-oh. Patrick just sent me a message. How do I reload chats? There we go. The heck. Okay. All right, now we got it. Sorry. Looking great. I see something that looks OCD. Okay, busy at work. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, we got cameras coming. They're gonna be we're gonna have infrared here in the container, so we can see if anything's hot or anything weird. And we're also going to have night vision on the cameras. So we got a couple different places we're going to stick them up. Panda's here. How you doing, Panda? Decode 1, how you doing? Took a minute to figure that one out. Sorry about the chat, guys. When turn on? July 8th, still, Panda. Everything's looking July 8th. Okay. Live chat not working. I think I got it fixed now. So the last one I see is backwards. Live chat not working. So yeah. You see something that's OCD? Who said that? Which one of you guys said that? Backwards did. Yeah. So this that was me. You know, having all these wires in the right size. You know, so they're all flush because we only have 2-inch gap on the shelving. So if I had these wires sticking out, because my partner actually has Ziplocs, we wrapped the Ziploc around and had the wires in here, and so it's a ball, you know, of wires, and then when actually you do one of those on each side, and it just becomes, you actually don't have much space. Okay, Patrick, up to date, good. So I got chat working again. I'm sorry about that, guys. But yeah, so then yeah, so I had to do all that. It just takes time, you know, doing it the right way. Should have done different color per show. So we did different color per length. So in a perfect world, I have every one of them be yellow, but then trying to keep organized what size is what would have been a nightmare. So we did the length is the different colors. So 12, 10, 8, 7, and then the white 6, the gray's 5, and there's one black one that's 4. And so that's why we did the different colors. And so, yeah, a little bit of a rainbow, but it makes it much easier. Otherwise, it would have been a nightmare. Test. I see you, Panda. But yeah, you know, so it looks great. You know, once we get the switches up top and get those plugged in, it won't have this big mess up here. So that'll be good. It'll look way cleaner. But all these they're perfect. So like, you know, these two are for this shelf. So that one's perfect for that front ASIC, and this one's perfect for the second ASIC. You know, so that's all good. I mean, and I did that for every shelf, so it's all the right length and stuff. So, very democratic Ethernet wipes. I don't know what wipes means. Wires. Like I said, it was for length. If I could. And it'd be easy. I would have got all yellow, because then the yellow on the black would have looked sweet with the Iowa colors. But yeah, you know, 400 Ethernet wires have to be a certain length. That'd have been a nightmare. I want Ethernet wipes. How you doing? I know nothing. Oh, Panda. Panda's probably on his phone, so he can't type worth a crap. But yeah, I mean, it all looks good. We got the filter. Like I said, we're going to change out the filter and try something different with the filter. It's what I originally planned, but yeah, my partner just doesn't think it's going to work. But I think it would. I think, you know, after you put it up once, you kind of see how it goes. I think this idea of sandwiching it could work, but he wants to try a different route, which would be easier. It's cleaner. It's less. There's only 2 applications. You know, the bottom and the top. So it's just easier to put them. The OCD me would do a patch panel connection to each ASIC. See, that's the thing. You know, we made our own wires, or Ethernet wires. Oh my God, all that extra work to where we just buy them. I mean, we got these for like $1.50 each. You know, on average, $1.75 each. So it's not like they were expensive. You know, you don't need Cat 7. So some of these are Cat 6 just because they were cheaper, but most of them are Cat 5e. I mean, it's as cheap as we could get it. So that instead of doing it that way, I mean, we were thought about making our own and stuff, making the right length, but just it would have been too much work. Looks like it get gummed up quickly. See, that's his thought too. Is this filter just the way it is? He thinks he's right. He thinks it'd be gummed up quickly. He thinks it's gonna get loaded up. Maybe, you know, maybe not. I mean, you can kind of see through. You know, so it's not awful, but you know, his is probably better. It'll be easier. It just, this was way cheaper. You know, a big roll of this was $300, where the other roll that's only 90. This is 900 feet in length. So I mean, you can get quite a bit. You know, like 5 uses out of this, give or take. Where the other 4 or 5 uses, where the other one was 90 foot. So you get 1 use, 1 bottom, 1 top, and that was like $170. So. Those cattle panels you installed, absolutely. Welcome to Iowa. No, it's cheap. We got these really cheap, and they were like, I don't know if they were 20-foot length or 8. They're, I think they're 4 foot high. So we just did 2. You know, so that was perfect. I forgot the length on them was, like, I don't know if it was 12 foot or 16 foot, something like that. You get 2 of these in MERV 7, like just like this. You stack the 2 on top of each other. This is supposed to be MERV 8. Yeah, so he's gonna order some other stuff. That was 60 foot wide. So I'm gonna show you guys. Panda's gonna like this. And this Panda back yet? I mean, the wall is perfect. You know, so that's great. Only negative with the wall, which is not that big of a negative. We had to close up that little part right there just because, I mean, I guess we don't have to, but just clean it, do it just so nothing gets in. I was thinking like filter or something, we'll just put panel on it or something. So, yeah, you made your box, that's right. Cattle panels work for all sorts of stuff. I mean, yeah, I mean, that thing, that was perfect. And they were cheaper than, I was gonna do rebar. That would have been expensive. All right, so here's the cool part. So we got this up and going. So lights are on, internet's working. Got my office, got the server up. I mean, like, everything in here is perfect. Got a little bench up here for all that stuff. We're gonna add, you still gotta put in the ASIC outlets. We got drock meters for those. So we'll have drock meters. I have 2 ASIC outlets for drock. We're gonna make a little bench here so the ASICs sit up like 6 inches, 8 inches, so it goes directly out. Got the intake installed on that side. So we'll clean this off, you know, move the stuff off once we kind of get everything set up here so we don't have as much stuff in the way. But yeah, this is all going up perfect. Not sure how shipping containers work. Did you remove supports along that wall or keep them? Thinking about making my own mining container. Thanks for showing us. So, so Keith, so what we did, so the canopy is actually the side of the container. Okay, so that's in 2 pieces. Okay, so we just cut as far as we could. So this is a 45 foot. That's what this extra part's here. But if you had a 40 foot, you wouldn't have this extra part. So you just cut along the edge of the end, cut along the bottom, and we put some brackets, welded some brackets to the top, and then raised the canopy up on the side. And so as you can see, it's 2 pieces here. So there's the second piece. Okay, so this is the middle. Okay, and then we, for extra support, we just put in these beams here to support it. 1 main one in the middle, and then 2 on each side of that. And we did the exact same thing on the other side. Okay. So that's how we did this. And the idea is there's no fans, no exhaust fans, no intake fans. So the ASICs are gonna do all the sucking and the pushing. So they're gonna, you know, have the ASIC sitting there. It's gonna be sucking in all the air on this side, and then we're gonna cut holes in the foam so that hot air only can go out one side. Yeah, so that's how we did it with the supports. And this thing was, you know, we painted it, If we did it again though, I know now shipping containers are actually cheaper than they were. So buying a new one actually would cost less than what we bought a used one for. So, and then we just built some stilts here for the hold the canopy up. My business partner is very, very handy, so he did all this. But that's the idea. You know, so there's different container builds out there. I've seen some where they leave the walls up and just have intake fans and exhaust fans. I mean, it could work. It does work. I don't like that because if one fan goes out, then like this, if like this fan goes out, that's a big one, like in this section, then these ASICs in this section are gonna be hurting. And so then if, you know, so that's just more moving parts. And then trying to get the fans all in the right spot, you know, you're gonna have some ASICs just aren't gonna be as good. Not that you're not gonna have ASICs here that aren't gonna be as breathing as well, but it makes it easier when it's all open. So that's just what we're thinking. The Burger King, bro, I live in Iowa. That's crazy. What county you in? I'm in Northwest Iowa. So I'm in Northwest Iowa. But yeah, so I mean that's we got a mess. You know, ignore all that. We're just trying to get all this stuff, trying to get all the main stuff up, and then we can start going back through, cleaning stuff up, resealing stuff, sealing stuff, so it won't be too bad. So I gotta close this door. It's too windy to leave it open. But yeah, Indiana here. Yeah, today's hot and muggy, so we're supposed to have storms rolling in. So I'm keeping an eye on the storms because we got plenty of rain the other night, so everything's saturated. I don't want more rain. Patrick. Mother's maiden name, so scared number. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we're supposed to get a big line of severe storm. So I think it'll start after us, or it'll start right on top of us, right after us. So I've been having to watch the weather way too much. So the rest of the PDU wire, we're gonna just have enough, which is good. We'll get these other last 4 PDUs up. We get them sitting here. We actually have an extra PDU, but those 4 PDUs, we can get those situated up. That'll work. We're getting there. We are getting there. That's pretty cool. So I'm looking at stuff here, but yeah, any other questions here? Rain test video number 2. Actually, no, I got to go home, Patrick, and make sure the rain doesn't get in my window well. So, switch it around here. Rain test video number 2. Yeah, not this time. It's supposed to hit. What cameras did you get? Also, thermal imaging camera. Very interested in knowing that. I forgot. I don't know the brand. My business partner has some. He's got some he's used before, so he's going to. He got them ordered. We kind of figured out where we're going to put them up at. So I'm just gonna go with he knows. It's got like a 2 terabyte backup. You can look at it from the cloud and stuff. So I'm just letting him do his thing. I don't have any better options, so I'd just be ordering something. I'd rather get something he knows at least. I have to learn it anyway. Yeah, so 15 people here. Thanks, guys. Turn on date still looks like the July 8th. Still have spots available. We're gonna, just be big boy ASICs, but like one of the pluses here for doing the 277 volt is like the new S21, the new S20 or the S21 Pros and S21 XPs. They're using like 3,500, 3,700 watts. I'll be able to run those no problem. That's not gonna be a problem here. Where I know a lot of people like on 208 or 240, they're borderline on 20 amp. So yeah, we're gonna be no problem here. Maybe I won't be able to get 30 PDUs per ASIC, or 30 ASICs per PDU, sorry. But if I get 28, just to make sure the power doesn't go too high, that'd be perfectly fine. So it actually make the air a little bit better, because those top shelves, I could fit an ASIC in there laying flat, 2 on each shelf, but they'll probably be running a little hotter just because it's tight up there. So depending on what ASIC, I'll probably put like K Pros up there. I know my K Pros run pretty cool. So yeah, backwards if I need more airflow. Yeah, no, I mean, your option would, we could push it out a couple feet and still be under the canopy quite a bit and still be good. So I don't think so, but 390 ASIC capacity. So 13 PDUs times 30 ASICs, so 390. And that's with every PDU, every outlet is doing 3,300 watts. So whatever we get to first, so either 3,300, either the wattage on the PDU or the size, the number of ASICs, we get to 30. So that's our 2 numbers we have to play with. But yeah. Yeah, 390 ASIC. That'll be fun. I want to get them screaming in here. So maybe not this week. I don't think we'll have internet up this week. If we had to, we could, but I don't think we'll work on some other stuff first. But once we get those switches mounted and get the internet working, I'm turning in some ASICs, and we'll do some live testing with some ASICs live. So that'll be fun. Curious to see how airflow testing and balance goes. I was just thinking, I have my smoke machine that I used on the shed, so I'm gonna bust that out here at some point. See how airflow goes. See if any of it comes in the back. See like where the exhaust goes. See how that works. See if it gets underneath the container or not. That'll be interesting. See if it gets underneath these. Let's see if I flip around here. This bottom shelf here, we're gonna block it so the air doesn't get underneath it, but to see if that air gets underneath that at all. So yeah, we have some smoke machine version number 3. Actually, I think it just be number 2. I don't think I did a second video on. Actually, you know what? I did do a second video. It would be number 3. You do know my stuff. So yeah, I mean, I don't know why I can't bust that out. That'll be fun. See what happens. Use it. Maybe it doesn't show me anything useful, but at least it shows something. So but yeah, so I'm gonna get going here. I'm not gonna stay live for an hour like I usually do. I want to get some work done here, and then because I got the office going, so I want to get some stuff done up here before this rain starts. But yeah, I appreciate everyone checking out again. Again, we're going to be live July 8th. So next Monday, starting next week, I'm going to start contacting everyone that's giving me names and information and start getting ASICs situated. Do we have to order them? They're going to get sent to me, whatever the case. Get that all figured out. Get invoicing started and get all that stuff kind of going, so that if the ASICs show up here on the 1st or the 3rd, July 4th, so that week's gonna be messed up for the shipping. So at least get them out started ahead of time. So the ASICs are sitting here waiting and can get them turned on the 8th. So that's my plan for next week. Are you gonna put any insulation on the roof or on the inside? No, no, because A, we don't have enough space, and B, I don't know what the bonus would be. Yeah, I don't know what the board would actually do. How much money do you think we'll put into material? I guess, what do you mean? Keith, you might have to contact me. Send me an email and ask some of those questions. From the standpoint of condensation is what I see as a reason why you might want a thermal break. Between the hot and cold side, you mean? Hot and cold side, you mean? Yeah, plus you just keep it cooler that way, because one side's cold, one side's hot. A lot of those places, instead of a foam board, like ours is a little thicker, they just use like thinner plastic. So I think it's just the idea, just having some kind of air gap is the way to go. So this board's probably thicker than most people, which might be half foam thermal break in the ceiling. Yeah, but the problem is everything's attached to the ceiling. So yeah, there's not very many. There's not much space there. It'd be a nightmare. And then plus, I couldn't get ASICs in the top shelf because of it's that tight of a fit. It's a 1/4 of an inch gap to fit an ASIC up there. It's tight. So yes, I don't know. That's why we painted this whole thing white, so it doesn't attract as much sunlight. Yeah, if it was like a darker color, you have a really good point. But ours, it's not. There's only so much you can do. So, well, we did. The roof is white. Everything outside's white. So, yeah, I mean all that's done. So, yeah, we did that on purpose. It matches the building. It kind of filters in with the building, so it's all kind of close. But also, we were thinking thermal too, just keeping it cooler. So, so yeah, I guess I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Try to get a couple more things done here. I'd appreciate everyone checking out my website for the hosting company is iowamining.io. My email address is contact@iowamining.io. If you're thinking about getting ASICs and getting them hosted, it will be 10 cents with a one-time $50 setup fee, and then we're going to be turned on July 8th. So I got a decent amount of PDUs already spoken for, but I have space left over still for the general public, and then I'll help you find ASICs from different places, terahashes, kaboom racks, wherever the cheapest option is, to where I'll get them as cheap as we can up front, and then they're your ASICs, so you get to decide what you want to do with them. And yeah, so that's kind of just what ask me specific questions that depending on your situation. But yeah, thank you, Patrick. Flip around here. And I appreciate you guys checking this out. It's coming. It's getting there. So I appreciate you guys checking out the live and kind of keep updated. But yeah, we're looking good for July 8th. A bunch of little stuff, but we'll get there. So thank you, everybody. You guys have a good day.